Hi, this is Jim Farley again. Sterling King and I are out here at the periphery of the city, looking out at some of the open spaces that are, of course, the key issue in this campaign that's going on right now. I wanted to take some time to discuss the engineer's report. It's incumbent on anybody voting on this measure to go onto the city's website and download this report. It's available to anybody. It's many pages, but it doesn't take that long to download. Very important that you study this report. The reason I say that is the city and the Citizens Committee is making claims as to what this measure is going to accomplish. And a lot of those claims just are not backed up in the wording of this report. When you vote yes on this measure, if that's what you choose to do, we recommend no, of course, but if you do choose to vote yes, you're not voting for the claims that are being made in the campaign. What you're voting on is the wording of this report. The city has stated that the measure is different this time than the last time that the city citizens voted this one down. The main difference that they're saying is that the money will only be used for the purchase of open space, with a small portion, like 5%, to be used for, the managing of the purchasing of the open space. But the problem with that is, in the engineer's report, right at the beginning, it starts off stating that the Open Space Preservation District, which is what we're voting on, will expand the city's existing open space park and parkland program. So what it's doing is it's taking our existing parkland program, which includes all of the existing parks, all of the existing facilities, and expanding that with the income that comes in from the assessment. There's numerous locations in here where it's talking about the fact that the money can be used for the servicing and maintaining of parks. And by the wording in here, that would include existing parks. What's going to happen if the people who own the land that is available out here choose not to sell, or are demanding such a high price that they won't sell and the city can't get it at a reasonable price? And then the city has in its coffers a lot of extra money for this. I really feel they'd be compelled to use this money to maintain the existing parks and facility. It's just wording that's in here that is leaving a huge loophole for them to do that. One of the other claims that the city makes, and the open space website, in fact it's at scvopenspace.org. If you go and look at that, the lead-in line on that space is stating that the land will be preserved forever. And the bottom line is, I have been through this report numerous times and I cannot find any wording that says that the land is going to be preserved forever. And the reason is they can't put that kind of wording in there. They just can't put that in there. In practice, it can't work. Again, I think there's no ill intention on the part of this council. I really believe that their heart is in the right place in what they're trying to do. But if 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, we have an all-new council, economic times turn down, the city's having economic problems, there'd be some really compelling reasons to sell off this open land that exists that's now at a higher value. There's no provision in this engineer's report that keeps them from doing that. I really encourage everybody out there to get the knowledge on this. My belief is when you have the knowledge of what's actually in the engineer's report, you're going to choose to vote no on this, as we recommend.